Here's to you, dear listeners, and welcome to Metal Gear Mondays, the most thorough Owens Corning fiberglass installation podcast on the planet. My name is Sam Rager, host. And
you earned some applause for that one, my friend.
That's how we start this fucking thing.
Oh, that's excellent.
And I'm joined this week by Cole Duncan.
I'm like laughing right now, but I still hate myself because I played this video game. Hi.
Chris Hampton.
Yo, what up?
Taking a fat rip.
I just listener note before we get to our final host here that y'all said you were okay with us taking on a sponsor, but you do not know what can of worms you've just opened.
Oh, don't worry. I've already got a new one lined up for this week.
Oh,
Perfect.
God.
Drastic disaster. And of course, Zach James is with us as well. Yeah, we're going to talk about Observer, man. We finished the game, some of us kicking and screaming, but we did it, all of us, and we're going to kind of wrap up our thoughts on Observer tonight. I am in my room, it's hot as hell, I'm sweating like a stuck pig, but we're going to make it through.
You look like you're on trial again.
I know, I fucking, this is beyond the pale, man, and then, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do you not have,
this
like, a
summer.
fan or something?
Mm-hmm. I do. I have many fans, but then it's going to pick up on my audio, and then people are going to yell at me because my audio sounds like shit.
Just take your shirt off.
Stop me.
You don't have like a central AC unit?
No.
Whoa, look at Moneybags over here with his central AC unit.
Well, central AC units in Washington are not common because it used to be that the summers were not that hot here, and then over the last couple of years, it started getting a lot hotter, and so you have all these buildings that don't have central AC built in that are struggling because it's fucking hot. So times have changed.
Just go stick your head in the freezer for 30 seconds. It makes a difference.
I don't think that I don't. I have a lot of solutions. I literally took a cold shower last night just because I needed some kind of relief. It was so hot, but that's beyond the point.
Sweet release.
Relief. Speaking of sponsors, though, I did want to mention that that obviously our last episode went out a little bit late, so you missed out on that first week of discounts at bakedrightgourmet.com. I spoke to the proprietor of bakedrightgourmet.com, my contact at bakedrightgourmet.com, aka my father, and he is going to be extending the promo for another week. So now, instead of the promo ending on the 18th, the promo is going to be ending on May 25th. So you have another full week to take advantage of the code JUSTABOX at bakedrightgourmet.com. Get 15% off your order at bakedrightgourmet.com and get some delicious popcorn.
Get cinnamon rum and then at me.
Yep. And that's all we will say about that.
So I followed Baked Right Gourmet on Instagram last night, and I had to physically put my phone down to stop myself from typing. That Cole guy kind of looks like a terrorist on the video on the Instagram.
Cole, do you want to tell? You want to tell that story really quick?
Yeah. So we told it on Sam's YouTube channel. You want to go ahead and plug that right now?
Yeah, it's bit.ly/Sam Does a Thing, or you can just look up Sam Does a Thing on YouTube. We are doing, I'm doing a vidcast with my friends, and of course the first 2 episodes are featuring these chuckleheads on here. Mm-hmm. And on episode 2, we talked about this story. But so if you want to check it out in video format, you can do that. On my YouTube channel. But we'll tell it here as well.
So I obviously am a huge fan of Baked Right, as I am.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. As we all are. Saint Tim, shouts out.
Shouts out Saint Tim. Saint Tim was so benevolent, really, to send me a sample of the peanut butter popcorn. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, you know what? I want to show some love. And so I took a video of myself unboxing and trying it at the same damn time.
I sent a clip of this to my dad.
Yeah.
He asked if he could post it on the social media. I was like, I'm sure he'll be fine, but let me ask him. I asked Cole.
Totally okay with that. Please do.
Mm-hmm. And so my dad did. And then
I just randomly checked. I saw, I was like, oh, the video's up.
It wasn't random because I told you that he posted it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you went to go look at the post.
I went to go look at the post, and I saw comments, and I was like, oh, I'm going to obviously look at them because, that's what you should do as a person who puts content out on the internet, because the internet's never been
People are never mean there.
Yeah,
Never,
no.
ever, never.
So I went and I looked, and one of the comments was from a sweet little old lady in America, probably.
In America, probably.
The Heartland.
Can I say her name now on the...
So the thing of it is that the people, if we're talking about the story, the people can find the posts.
Okay, so
might as well.
this
Not her whole name, but you might as well.
this sweet lady named Sybil posted on the video just a few words about me, and those few words were, "He looks like a terrorist." Period.
So yeah, I had to.
Cole sent me the screen grab of this. Me and Cole, meanwhile, we're filming a video, or we just got done filming a video, and we were just hanging out, which you can also check on my YouTube channel. We shopped on wish.com, which was fun. He sent me the screenshot of this, and I think I may have laughed. Like, you guys have heard a lot of really strong laughs from me over the last 4 years of this podcast.
I wish we had this recorded.
I do too, because I think it may have been a fucking record. I surprised myself, and I was like, the shockwave of the laughter of seeing this resonated with me for, I think, a solid, like, what would you say, Cole, like 30 minutes?
It was.
We
laughed about it. We
this.
laughed about it for a good minute. I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Someone else insinuated, I assume off the back of Miss Sybil, that I was also stoned, and would think that, I think he said, like, Ritz crackers or like saltines would also be, and then in air quotes, the bomb.
The bomb.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite part about this whole story, though, is the part that you didn't mention, is that aren't you like 2 degrees separated from Sybil on Facebook?
Yeah. I have like a mutual friend with her.
So that's the kind of shenanigans we've gotten up to since the last episode of this podcast. But right now, we have a duty to perform. Thank you once again to Warren Minix for providing this game to us.
Big shouts out. Thank you, Warren.
Big shouts out, but you've tortured our nightmares, and we'll never be the same again.
Nope.
But yeah.
Over the last 2 days, I have literally had like observer things in my fucking dreams. It's been fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's a strange, wonderful game. We're gonna get into it. I almost
beat my computer to death, but for other reasons.
Well, okay. All right.
Let's put a pin in that. We'll come back to that later.
We'll return later. But yes, we have a duty to perform. Are you guys ready to talk about Observer?
Oh yeah.
Nope, but let's do it.
Oh, especially because most of us have marathon the ending within the last 48 hours.
Mm-hmm. So, if you recall, last time our adventure ended, we finished breaking out of Helena Noack's mind, found the code on the back of her tattoo chair. We entered the code, and now we are making our way into the basement. And of course, can't just be normal. You walk into the basement, the power's out. You can't touch anything. Like all the buttons don't work. And so you mosey on your way over to the breaker box that's going to turn the power back on, and you do. Hey, Cole, then what happens?
So, like, nothing happens. It's just it's a really nice room. It's pristine. It's gleaming. There's nothing weird about it at all. No, it's a fucking like makeshift operating room, basically.
Yeah, it's like Dan calls it a body part chop shop when you walk in.
There's hooks everywhere. There's body parts dangling everywhere.
Prosthetic body parts, not like
nothing
organic.
else happens.
Yeah. They're prosthetics. Yeah.
Yeah. And nothing else happens at all whatsoever.
Did you guys talk to the guy who was supposed to be getting his eyes replaced before the lockdown happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you scan the eyes, did he go, someone upstairs is waiting for you?
102 needs these, yeah.
I thought that I was curious to know if anyone hadn't talked to him, if he still got that quip or not.
I made it my business to talk to everybody, and you come across a lot of weird stuff when you talk to everybody.
It's so worth it, though.
Yeah, it is worth it. The flavor it adds to the world is great.
So to pick up where Cole left off, because I guess even post he's still the nanciest of the Nancy boys.
Oh yeah, sure.
We
am.
determined last time that he's the nanciest of the Nancy boys. Yeah.
So once you turn on the breaker, the door starts to close, but literally as it's closing, you hear this roar and you see the silhouette of the Wolfman Wanamingo, as I called him.
Yes, the Wanamango.
The Wanamango.
He's literally like right at the door seconds before it closes. So yeah, this thing was actively hunting you this whole time.
Yeah,
And I just remember when that happened, I literally just went, fuck me.
Well, because it was one of those things where it was just like you realize that this murderous creature, the thing that you saw in Helena's thing, has been following you, right? Like it killed her, but then it has been following you because it just shows up when you turn the power back on. And it's banging on the door, and it's just like, oh, good, I'm not safe ever in this place. Cool.
Also, it makes some real scary mouth noises.
Did you see the Wolfman posters in Amir's mind?
Yes.
Yeah, so there were posters like kind of hinting at the very beginning of the game about the Wolfman. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get a deep dive into the Wolfman a little bit later.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. But yeah, so you're now trapped in this room. Thankfully, because the Wolfman can't get to you, but unthankfully because you are now trapped in this room with seemingly no way out.
Until, if you're like me, you start pressing buttons.
Oh, yes, you got to press the buttons. I don't know... Did you guys kind of explore this stuff? Did you listen to the tape recorder in this room and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was that guy talking about how, like, he's made a place and it's a little, like... What did he say? It was, like, a little rough, but it'll make do for what he needs, for his purposes or something like that. It's very ominous and weird.
I think he was just referring to this as an operating suite, though. That's what I took away from it.
Yeah, I think so. It was like, it's just like the way that he likes it. Was the same thing as the one that was.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely got a weird like religious culty like cadence to his voice.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys have any trouble with this puzzle getting out of the?
I couldn't get the fucking hook to latch on.
Okay, so like no lie, for the longest time I thought like the thing on like a little platform on the right, like where the power, like where you switch the power back on. I thought you were supposed to like hook the hook onto like the little bar there, and I couldn't figure it out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What was your brain telling you needed to do there?
Because I saw like the different like pattern on the floor there on that little platform. Okay. So I was like, maybe
if you pull
this
the bar
is like
up.
my way. I just had to I have to use a Zach term, muscle fuck my way out of here.
It returns. I totally forgot I taught you guys that one.
Yeah. So
man,
like I was like trying to like latch it on there, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, this thing is gonna break in at any moment. I haven't heard him for a minute, but it's gonna happen. I know it is because fuck this game. And then I finally came back and found like the like left and right switch. Like I realized what the left and right switches did. And I was like, oh okay. And then I moved the table.
Yeah, no, I loaded all the way, and I just like I would grab it, but I could not for the life of me get it to hook onto one of the bars. It took me like 6 tries to be like, God damn it! As I'm trying to fucking yank this thing onto it.
Chris, did you have any trouble?
Yeah, so I kept trying to hook it like under the table because I thought I was supposed to like rip the table up. But once I started playing with the thing, I was like having fun with it. I also had like fun playing with the light too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the physics on some of these things, like the magnifying glass in the tattoo parlor and the light, they're like really fun to play with. Almost kind of like a Valve game.
I was gonna say, eat your heart out, fucking Half-Life 2. This game's more fun and does it better.
Oh, you think?
I do.
I mean, we can't go there or not.
You already riled up the masses with the deep dish pizza. Now you want to rile the masses with the Half-Life.
Bring it on!
I might have issue with that too because I'm a Half-Life fanboy.
I didn't say Half-Life is bad. I enjoy Half-Life. I just think that this does physics better. I also think that Black Mesa does physics better than Half-Life 2. So,
well, yeah, I'm sure. Like, this game came out, what, a decade, more than a decade after Half-Life 2. When did Half-Life 2 come out?
2004.
It was like '08.
Hi, welcome to Black Mesa Mondays.
No, it was like Half-Life 2 came out. I think so, but it was the episodes that came out in '08 because it came out in the orange box. The way that I finally was able to get the hooked in was by crouching and grabbing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what. Because I was standing and fucking yanking on it. I need to get out of here.
I forget about the crouch mechanic. Like, I kept forgetting about it up until much later in the game, but kept forgetting it was a thing because you don't really use it at all up until this point.
The idea is that you're supposed to it really starts coming in handy when you're sneaking around the IT professional over at over in Helena's mind.
Well,
I
had to
you
use
can
it.
totally skip that section though. You can skip the mine hacks and just progress the game that way.
That's really interesting to me because if you've played this game through before and you know the codes and where to go, like you could just not do that stuff. And that's super weird to me.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's weird.
I wonder if the only mandatory ones would be Amir. For some reason, I thought that you jacked into Adam's mind, but you just checked his compass.
Yeah.
I wonder if the only mandatory one then is Amir, because you need to do that to activate the path to Helena.
Yeah. I will say I had to replay the game because my save data got corrupted. Mm-hmm. And I played it all last night in one sitting.
Jesus.
How long did that take?
I finished it like 3:30 this morning. But I hacked Amir's mine, and then I did one other hack really late in the game. But you can skip all the mine hacks if you know the codes. Yeah. Like, just saying.
So once I finally figured out the hook, I could not get into and out of that tunnel fast enough.
Oh my god! So is this the first place where you kind of figure out you have night vision? Because I know we were talking about that on Saturday.
It was for me because there you never got a prompt for it beforehand because you really never needed it.
I think you get a prompt earlier, but I think this is the only place where it's really necessary.
Yeah, because I had no idea it was a thing until it got dark in that tunnel and it was like turn on night vision. And then of course, me being a dumbass, I fucking turn on night vision and then I'm like, I wonder, and I turned around fully expecting to see like a silhouette but just with like two glowing eyes, like when you like look out. So in night vision it picks up eyes in real life. If like animals are looking at you and shit. I was totally expecting to see like the fucking two pinpricks of eyes coming closer as this thing was chasing me down the tunnel. Because when you rip the grate up with the hook, it actually kills the power to that room again.
Yeah.
And you hear it like coming through the door as you're scrambling down this tunnel. Which is why I was like, I need to get into and then out of this thing as fast as possible. Because it's gonna figure out that I'm down here and it's gonna come after me. And after fucking IT security guy, I didn't know what to expect anymore.
But yeah, so this part is you walk through this like dark tunnel for a second and you come up and you see some more like apartments that are down in this basement area. And the cameras in the area go red, and as you kind of turn the corner, there's a chair floating in the doorway.
Yep, that fucked me up.
Which is yep.
Because I was because I had to remind myself, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not in a dream sequence right now.
See, I thought I was because I actually got caught by the thing that chases you.
Did you really? What happened?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's just like one of those things from the Carrion building. You know, the arm and the face.
That was chasing you?
Wait, really?
Oh.
Yeah. And it like glitches out like you got caught and it says game over.
Huh.
What? That doesn't make any sense. I think your game might have fucked with you a little bit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I think so.
It's I mean, I think the whole game's trying to fuck with me, but yeah, I think
but fucking IT security guy, like what?
The IT security professional.
I'm glad you appreciated that.
It's such a great name for him, Zach. I gotta tell you. But yeah, so you go down, you walk through this tunnel. The cameras freak out. You see the chair, and you walk towards the chair because there's nowhere fucking else to go, and it fucking flips out and disappears, which as it does, as it is wont to do. And then What happens next? My brain just turned off.
So you're in the basement now, which is easily the worst part because it is like it's just doors set into dirt walls, and as you're going, it gives you a few options, and your objective is just get out of the basement.
I was just like, why am I playing a Dungeons and Dragons adventure where I go in the cellar and kill rats? Because it was like, I was playing a cyberpunk game, and now it's like wooden doors and dirt walls and like.
Well, that was the thing is the wooden doors were only like the ones that weren't consequential because all the apartment doors were the same ones that were from upstairs. They just had they were just set into the dirt.
Yeah,
and
it's strange.
But yeah, it almost looks like what you would imagine like an underground bunker in like Mexico to look like. Just dirt walls. There's fucking stagnant water all over the place. Wires that are just exposed. And as you're going along, you can talk to a few people, some very strange characters down here. But
Did you talk to Maria?
I did talk to Maria.
Yeah.
Oh, Maria, who is just
She,
this super, like, really weirdly, sickly sweet, talking about how God has a place for Dan in
Child
the
of
universe.
light.
Yeah.
Child of-
That was the one you're supposed to take away. But at one point, you're going, and it comes to an almost T intersection where it goes to the right a little bit before it goes to the left. And as you're approaching that, a fucking light flashes and you see the silhouette of the Wolf Man.
Yep.
So I
did.
banged a hard right and I did not look back.
Yeah, I went the opposite direction too. I was like, nope. The game probably wants me to go that way, but I'm just not. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
and...
it turns out that you have to follow the silhouette, but I was not happy about that at all.
Yeah.
There's also another thing down here, which I don't know if any of you guys explored apartment.
You talking about the really fucked up thing that you put in the notes?
I didn't come across that. I came across a room where I guess they were doing like psychological interviews with kids.
I also came across that room.
Yeah,
I didn't come across
that was
that
really
one.
the only one of like side interest / consequence that I came across. I have no idea what this thing was that you were talking about, Sam.
See, I got lost, and I saw a lot of things.
It's very easy to get
So-
lost in this section.
Yeah.
So apartment 28 is actually part of a side quest, where if you find it up in the, like, I think it's on the second floor, there's a quest that you can get where it's, you get into this apartment that where like the doors open but the shutter is like slamming down. And
Yeah,
stuck.
that's the organ harvester one, remember? I talked about that
so you
one?
go in there and you find the organ harvester, and you find out that there's like all this, like it's an organ harvester and all this stuff is happening, and he has all these body parts and like skin taped up to his wall and stuff like that. You can do stuff in the apartment to get a code to the basement. That's apartment 028. And you go into apartment 028, and this is what you find. I'm texting the boys the picture of the thing that you find down there.
I know exactly what you find down there.
Mm-hmm. So Chris and Zach might appreciate this.
Yeah, it's like one of the biomasses that were in the fucking fish tanks in the back of the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's a pig. It's a pig.
Oh, is
It's
it?
a pig. Yeah, it's a pig. Look at the front.
Oh,
I see its
yeah.
snoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
poor
pig
little
wearing
pig.
a VR mask, and it's designed to like keep it from freaking out. But the VR and the sedatives have all broken, and so you have a choice down there to make. Where it's like, do you put the pig out of its misery, or do you reboot the system and the sedatives? And it's fucked up.
I just want to say, in my notes, because I actually took notes for once playing this.
Good for you, Cole.
Thank you, Chris. I'm taking notes from you.
Wish I knew how to read.
It's okay. For just 5 cents a day, you can sponsor Zach, and we'll teach him how to read.
Exactly. I have 4 lines of notes for this room. The first one
Hooked on
is
phonics worked for me.
fuck this place.
Fuck this place, okay?
The second line of notes is in all caps, fuck this place.
Okay. Like, just all caps, no
Yeah,
punctuation?
no, I wrote in all caps, fuck this place.
Okay.
Actual organ farm, and then as Sam brought up the choice there, I wrote good night, sweet prince.
Cole, if I ever go to court, I want you to be the stenographer.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's what I determined, even without knowing about the second part, was like if you read the emails and stuff like that, when you go to that apartment where all the body parts are and the skin's on the wall and all that, it's not that he's harvesting them from humans. He's actually harvesting them from these biomasses, which I guess turn out to be, pigs,
Sure, yeah.
to give to other humans. So it's almost like it seems like it's malicious, but it turns out to be benign, and it's just kind of like, a fucked up thing that has to be done in this world. Is how I interpreted it.
I will say, I think my favorite thing about this whole like quest line is if you read the emails on his computer up in his apartment. There's a guy that emailed him about like he wants it to be big and black and at least 12 inches long.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and the guy, he's just like, this isn't, you get what you fucking get, dude.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But yeah, so there's a lot of really weird stuff in this basement, but if you're booking it, you have to book it towards the silhouette of the Wolfman, and he fucks with you down that hallway a little bit, but you eventually make it to the area where the exit is.
But you need a code.
You need a code, but if you hack it, it gives you the first 3.
Yes. Which then I just
I think is what you're supposed to do. You just muscle fuck the rest of them.
Muscle fuck the rest. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say through process of elimination.
I think that one's more of a cyber fuck.
A cyber fuck.
Yeah,
a cyber fuck. But yeah, so here's some cool fucking crack that happens after you do that. So you get to the exit, you cyber fuck the code, and then you go upstairs, and what do you see? But your eyes go weird, and you are walking down a repeating hallway for a minute, which is super cool. And then you eventually find a door on the left that beckons you to come over.
Hey, come here.
Yeah, and the person says that they're here to like help your well-being, and Dan's kind of like talking back and forth to her, and she's telling you about how like I'm here because of you, and it's always been about you, hasn't it? And like Dan's like, don't fuck with me. And she's telling him that it's time to move on. And then the responses that Dan gets to give to this person are fucking weird.
Real weird.
None of them make any fucking sense. They're all like twisted.
He starts reading himself his Miranda rights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like right there, like in the middle of dialogue.
My personal favorite response was something like, I smell like death and daffodils.
The horse is the white of the eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
like, so
this is the well.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was really waiting on Chris on that one.
So
That's a
after you're
damn
done,
fine Twin Peaks reference for you.
Thank you, Bubby.
then the person says that their paths will cross again, and says, try not to think about her, it won't bring you peace. And then you're able to move again, and as you kind of cross through the door again, you're back in the landing of the lobby. You can go outside, and who's standing out there but old best friend Janice?
Yeah, old good guy Janice. Rudy's nowhere to be seen, but Janice is there.
Rudy is nowhere to be seen.
Rudy's staring in a corner up on the 5th floor somewhere.
Yeah, old Tears in Rain Janice over here.
Something tells me we'll run into Rudy again.
Something tells me, yeah. But yeah, so Dan asks Janice if like the rain bothers him, and he says it burns sometimes. And Dan asks him if standing in the rain helps, and Janice says not tonight. And that's
fucked up.
Quite
right?
ominous.
Yeah.
Quite ominous.
Easily the best, like, as far as like fleshed out and everything, I think Janice is the best character in the game.
Yeah.
Debatable,
Cole hates
whatever.
Janice, so whatever.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily
Sweet
so,
boy.
too.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Fucking scare me.
whatever. We're not talking about that because you're a fucking narc and nobody likes you. Anyway, you ask Janice who owns the tattoo parlor. He tells you what is the guy's name? It's Jack something.
Jack.
I don't remember his name. Bukowski. Some
friggin' Polish name.
I can't remember his
Jack
name,
Cans?
but I remember.
Is that racist?
If I said Polak, it would have been.
Oh, well, you just
Jack
did.
Karnos.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was Jack something. But yeah, so he tells you that Jack is a tenant, and he lives up in apartment 210. So it's time to go explore apartment 210.
Apartment 210, which was the first time I actually had to use a walkthrough to figure out what the fuck to do in this game.
Not
was
the
a weird
apartment
one.
itself, but there's the stuff that happens. The stuff that happens afterwards. Is a little rough.
Well, no.
But,
To engage what happens in the apartment, I had to actually look up what to do.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Once the shutters come down, we'll get to it once
Okay.
we reach that part.
Yeah. There was one other apartment that I wanted to talk to you guys about on the second floor.
Is it 202?
Which was... Yeah, was that the repeating the PT hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
fucking weird. That was the one
That
where
was rough.
that was the one where it gave me only 2 digits when I hacked, and I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out what the other 2 were until I looked to like slightly down and to the right where the fucking TV was.
Oh, I didn't even know that they told you. I was fucking there. I was like, okay, 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 9, 1 0, 2 2, 2 1, 2. I was
If you look down and to the right, there's a TV there that's flickering, and it's got the fucking 4-digit sequence like diagonally down the screen. Because I gave up on it. I was like, fuck this. I'm just never going to figure out what's going on in this room. And then I was like looking around. I was like, wait, there's a TV. And then I looked and I saw, because I had already got, I think the first 2 numbers were like a 3 and a 4. And it said like 3 4
Yeah,
blah
something.
blah. I
It's
don't
like-
remember what the other 2 were, but I was like, okay, let me try
I think it was
that.
3416.
Something
maybe.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go in there and you get this like repeating hallway that like...
That's the one with
It's like
that's the
PT.
one with the fridge that's got the screaming heads in it.
Yep. It's like, hey, come here. And you open the fridge and they start screaming. And then as you walk away from it, it's like, no, don't leave me.
Oh,
And
you see, much like the door in Amir's fucking thing, I slammed it shut. And then, but then I went back and made my dad joke of, "Oh, you guys are having a bad day, huh?" Before I closed it again.
But yeah, so you that fucking whole thing was fucking bizarre because eventually on the last loop it like spits you back out, like you go in the door, but then it spits you back out the same door you walked in, and you have to walk through the area backwards to get out. And it's just like it serves no purpose and no consequence to the rest of the story, as far as I'm aware.
Other
It's
than just
another
fucking
weird
with the player.
fucking thing, basically. But yeah, so you go to apartment 210. Your vision is getting glitchy. The signs are all fucking with you and stuff like that. And when you get there, the door itself is busted, and you walk in, and you look around and get this like bright flash of light, and you walk in, and once you get past like the crumbling floor, you walk into this like really immaculate like room, and like it's
And
fucking
for
with
once,
you.
we're
'cause
not
you're-
joking about that.
Yeah, no, it's actually immaculate at this point. You walk in and like you walk in, and it's beautiful. This like
If you think
really
of like
classy looking place.
the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Yeah,
like that kind of room.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
A picture falls off the wall for some reason, just to
Because
fuck with
fuck
you. So that
you.
was fun.
Yeah.
And you walk in and you're just kind of like going around this place. Was this where you had trouble, Zach?
Yeah,
To figure out what to
so
do?
after you walk in, the shutter comes down. Like a security grate shutter comes down.
Yeah, to the main bedroom.
Yeah.
the grate comes down. Yeah.
And I fucking I was getting mad because I spent like 10 minutes walking around and there just seemed to be nothing to interact with. So then I looked it up and eventually the walkthrough was like, yeah, you got to turn the knob on the radio. After that and then another part after this were the only 2 parts I had to like, well, that I had trouble with, I should say.
The thing that did it for me was that like I'm so used to those plugs meaning something important, and since it was coming out of the back of the radio, I was like, this radio has to have something going on with it here, and it did. And the knob, you turn it, and you get to these like green. As you turn it, the radio like flashes green when you get to the right frequency. And y'all, this is fucked.
Dude,
Yeah,
when
it's
those
weird.
when those
This is
fucking
real fucking weird.
what got me, and I knew it was going to happen too, but there's one point where because there's a bunch of voiceovers going on, and you hear this guy talking about his wife getting some augmentations, and apparently something went wrong during it. And correct me if I'm out of order, but like the first time you do it, the bed, which is on your right side while you're at the radio, like
One of the chairs like grows legs and starts.
oh
stumbling
yeah,
around.
well that happens like twice.
Yeah.
Because the first one was a chair.
It happens the first time,
And then the third one was the chair and the couch. And the couch fucking, like, sort of scuttles around and then it runs right at you. And that startled the shit out of me.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like spiders, and this hit a lot of nerves for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It was not great.
So-
The second one, the bed opens up and the torso with the arms, like the arms come out and like shoves itself down like the bottom of the thing and like violently like forces the arms out of the torso, and it's really fucking.
And then
like,
they start
visceral
doing
and
this.
not okay.
Then it starts doing this thing where the fingers are like tapping against the torso in a way that it would almost be like the human equivalent of like when a fly is sort of rubbing its front little legs together. Like, that's what it reminded me of. It had a very insect-like quality to how that thing moved.
Yeah. Don't forget the part where you get the one where your vision is a little bit blurry and the spider robot kind of like walks back and forth and then runs at your face.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. That fucking scared me.
Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about that wasn't the couch. That was just a thing. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And then you got this fucking couch and this little love seat running around on goddamn spider legs. Because I'm like Chris, I hate spiders too.
Yeah. I hate
Yeah.
spiders too. I don't think I fucking can't deal with spiders, yeah. Because the love seat runs at you and the chair runs towards the love seat and they smash into each other.
Oh, that's right.
Right next to you. Yeah.
But so you got those three, and then the fourth one, there's a wall on the left that opens up, and there is a fully assembled android that looks like it's like
well, was it the Android or was it the operating table in the center? Where
The operating table happens first.
okay.
yeah, so you spin it and then if you're in this room, there's an operating table with all these cables and
Oh,
it's
that
just-
was
you can
fucked
see
up. Yeah, I
these-
remember that.
Yeah,
Like all the
And so you're
flashbacks that
looking at
happened
it
with
and
that.
and it's really fucked up, and you have to spin the knob, and the table like spins around with it.
And like it
and,
like
like,
speeds up time as it's going for the fucked up things that are happening on the table. Because it shows this woman who I guess was this guy's wife going through this surgery that I guess was to put her inside a robotic body. But I think like she woke up halfway during the surgery or some shit like that.
Yeah, like she starts like freaking out, and, like reaching out and trying to like get away, and it's really fucked up. And the robot arms like pulling her back to finish this.
Yeah.
Just, like
It's real
entirely
fucked up. It's
fucked up.
really, really
It,
fucked
it
up.
was it was like gruesome with no gore. It's very strange.
Yeah. It's at that point that the cord fucking flips out and throws itself out of the radio, and you have to pick it up and plug it back in, and that's when the door opens and you see a fully
Gotcha.
formed like.
But yeah,
robot.
so you come across the android body that you were just watching in this fucking flashback or flash present. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you have to take the cable from the radio again and plug it into the robot. Her face is like glitching out.
And yeah, I was
like,
gonna say she
moving
starts
around
freaking the
and-
fuck out pretty much.
Yeah. Lots of shit happens here. Chris, do you want to kind of talk about what happens after you plug this lady in?
Let's see. So you plug the lady in, and then the room kind of. This is where the room kind of like glitches out, and it's like the room feels like it's trying to fucking kill you or something. And I think like all the furniture is kind of like floaty, doty,
It's all
whatever.
Inception.
Floaty doty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floaty doty, baby.
and you are like kind of pushed away from the thing. Like it, I don't know. It looks like Genova to me.
It does kind of look like a Genova.
So Genova pushes you away, and then as you try to get back to her, it's like wind is pushing you back. And then you see like the plug that's glowing, and you like pull the plug. And this took me for fucking ever to figure out. Is like, what do I do with this stupid thing? Because it's still glowing like red hot, and electricity shooting out of it, and it's not very clear.
Because before you plug her in, she's holding this like apple.
Right.
Did you guys mess with her like grip on it at all beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What winds up having to happen is that like the cable gets like I think she disappears or like something happens to her and the cable gets thrown out of her.
She drops it, and that causes her to like basically disintegrate, and that's what makes the cable fall away from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
She
take
drops
cable
the
and plug
apple.
it
I
into
realized
the-
I just said it. We had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4 subjects
Yeah.
we were talking about.
She drops the apple and you have to go and plug the cable that has also fallen to the ground into the apple, and it's
Yeah.
and
Well,
the apple and the cable are both red, and so you're supposed to make that connection. I guess. And-
Where was the apple for you? Because it was like floating pretty high up in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
where it
like
was
it
for
was
me.
like right behind the radio, but up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kept going to where the radio was, and the radio wasn't there anymore. And then I kept going to the robot thing that had like fallen into the abyss pit on the left side or the right side. And I just kept looking all over for a plug, and I didn't think to look up until like
I gotta say
20 minutes into this.
This part, and I believe it follows right after, had some serious pacing issues.
Yeah, I think this part, like, it was really impressive, but like the end of it, it was just strange.
Was this the forest that comes next?
I believe so.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
fuck
the
this
forest.
section. This section was straight up dookie.
So I had zero problems with the apartment. It was the forest that
I was on a FaceTime call with you guys at this point, wasn't I?
Looking around the room. Was that Zach?
Was I on a FaceTime call with you guys at this point when I was bitching about the forest?
Yeah, you were, because I was trying to help you.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember looking around the room and seeing the plug and turning around to seeing the red thing floating, because I was off to the distance. I was like, I'll go over there. And turns out that was what you had to do. But, Cole, you've been a little quiet. How are you doing over there?
I mean, I hated all of this. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was your favorite part?
The ending.
Yes, actually. I don't know. Like, I got like a lot of weird vibes from the whole thing, like the whole apple. And I was assuming it was like an apple of Eden type thing. And then when you plug like the plug into the apple, and then you like see like the tree eventually, like I was like, oh, okay, there's supposed to be some kind of allegory here. But then, my favorite part was definitely the part that comes up in this section where you actually see the fucking like Wolfman.
Yeah, so when you plug in the apple, and the fucking ceiling opens up and everything starts flying through it, and you have to run out of the apartment, and then it puts you in this like weird swamp forest for a second. Some like white doves fly away, and then you find yourself falling down this like red pit of shit, and then you see these flashes of the Wolfman like jumping around and like doing his thing. Eventually you fall and you land, and it does a thing where it's like kicking you out of a mine hack.
Yeah.
And you actually wake up in the apartment as it is. So not the forest quite yet, but you're in the apartment.
Oh
210,
yeah.
And you wake up in front of Jack's dead body.
This game is so fucking bizarre. Everything's starting to blend together.
So I may or may not be watching a walkthrough right now just to keep the facts, like the timeline straight, but that's what happens.
No, it's good, because I'd be talking about shit that like happened like 20 hours from now or 2 hours ago and completely out of order.
But yeah, so you wake up in apartment 210 as it actually is. It's not actually a very fancy apartment. It's fucked up and broken like everything else is.
Just like its owner.
And Jack's, and Jack's dead body's in front of you. He's all cut up and he's all bloody, and lots of bad shit.
Oh yeah, because this is where if you trigger investigative mode, Dan comments, "Oh, I've already looked into this. I need to get my shit together."
Yeah, he's like, he didn't remember like breaking into Jack's brain at all. He's like, what the fuck happened to me?
Yeah.
So at some point he plugged in.
He remarks actually on this because he's like, I forget basically the overlord type thing that he like talks to, but he was out for 16 minutes. I want to say.
Yeah, he lost 16 minutes.
And then if you look at like the TOD, Jack Harness had died 28 minutes prior.
So he got there right after it happened.
Yeah.
Which is comforting.
Yay!
Yeah, you're like hot on the Wolfman's tail.
And this is actually kind of where Endgame starts to happen, right? Because part of this investigation is discovering the traces of blood, which turns out to be the Wolfman's blood, and you have to follow his blood to his hideout, basically.
Yeah.
And if you walking up into the attic to go find the Wolfman is actually the point of no return. They don't tell you, but if you go up into the attic, like you will not be able to come back down. We
skipped a very major part, because it's when I called you. Is before all this happens, when you are, I think it's when you're on the first floor after all this happens. You talk to the guy, and then everyone's favorite character comes back. Remember, he busted the walls after you walked through the hallway with the cans?
What?
Because that's when I called you. when IT security specialist comes back in real life.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten there yet, Zach.
But that's when I called you.
It wasn't.
God,
on the
I am
first
so
one, though. That was
fucked up with the timeline on this. Ignore me. Let's go.
We're close to that part.
I
know
close.
exactly the part you're talking
I
about.
feel like fucking Dan Lazarski right now. I'm losing time and shit.
But yeah,
Get a grip,
if you like get a grip, Dan. But yeah, if you follow the trail, like your vision starts to fucking freak out. You start noticing that like apartments are wrong again. So you'll see like you'll pass by apartment 906 for some reason, like all this other crazy stuff. You walk across the bridge, and the lights kind of flicker, and like you hear a big roar, and you're just kind of following the path around, just trying to find lots of stuff is glitching out. There's a lot of bad stuff happening as you're kind of tracking this blood trail.
Is this the part where like you go through that hallway with all the cans?
Yeah, that's the part that I was referring to.
This is the part. Yeah, we're coming up on that. You walk through, and
there's a weird like disco before that. That's what I've got.
Yeah, you walk through this like big giant like red area, and you kind of go through, and you actually cut back through the tattoo parlor. You open the door there. You open the door that closed. It was fucking beat in, and obviously somebody got through, and you're just kind of like following this path down. I do want to ask before we go further past this, because I'm gonna forget. Did you guys find any of the roses while you were playing?
I only found one, and that was the one up in the attic.
I didn't find any roses.
I found the one that was like in like a fencing type thing, like on my right.
Yeah, so there are 3 of them. There's one next to one of the exits in the basement. There's one, that bridge that like flickers, I believe it's that one, but there's one in the grating there, and then there's one in the attic where the bird coops are. But those
I
actually
found that one, but I missed the first one.
Yeah, those actually come into play a little bit later, but I just wanted to bring that up because I'll bring it up when the thing happens. So you can find 3 of them, and that's some stuff that happens, but yeah, so you kind of keep going, and you're following, and you see this like shadow down a hallway, which is really frightening.
It's fun.
And you're walking down this hallway, and you see a light on a hook, and the hook starts like driving down the hallway, and the hallway starts to spin and flip out, and all kinds of crazy stuff, and you're flipping out, and like it's not great. You're not having a great time as you're going through here.
Bro, I'm just straight up not having a good time.
It's a bad trip for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not great.
And as you walk, you open up this door, and you see this like bloody like hallway with like body parts hanging down and all kinds of stuff, and like it's
There's
really
like weird
just
like biomasses everywhere and shit.
Yeah. Which will continue to happen as we
It's a theme.
play through this
flesh,
game. It is
flesh hallways.
Flesh hallways and
Fleshy
bloody
hallways.
guts and, yeah, one of the things, if you look on a couch while you're kind of exploring this area, you do find another copy of 1984 on the couch, and it's all like weird and fucked up. Dan comments a couple times, asks like if he's losing it because like he's not even plugged in. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And you kind of just continue down this hallway, and you walk out, and you see the courtyard. You walk out to like you're high up looking down on the courtyard, and you see the biomasses all over this tenement building.
This part gave me big Bloodborne vibes. Not gonna lie, because it's like after you get out of like the academy, like when you finally come back to like the main city, you start to see the actual like eldritch
Like shit,
beings.
like see it for what it is.
Yeah, like you see them like kind of just latched onto the buildings and whatnot, and I was like all of them kind of looked like really fucked up moon presences, and that's basically what kept me going. I was like, oh, I've seen this before. I'm okay, and I was so wrong. But yeah, no, this part, weirdly enough, wasn't as bad for me as I thought it would be.
I tell you what got me is as you keep going, you get to another door that you can hack for a code, but it doesn't give you the last 2 digits. Did any of you muscle fuck that, or did you turn around and have a new experience?
I turned around and had a new experience.
Turned around.
Whoo, boy. Because you turn around and you're in a brand new area. Like there's like all kinds of stuff happening around you, and the ultimate goal is you go to this like underground like club, and you walk downstairs and you walk up to this like big mirror room and activate this computer, and that scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, the weird like baby thing.
Yeah, like the baby face that appears back there and just disappears. That fucked with me, but it flashes the last half of the code on there, which is 69 nice. And you get to go back and live happily ever after.
This is the part that Zach was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, so, you know what's funny? I'm as I'm remembering it, I remember the sequence of events that happened. I hadn't called you just yet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so after the club part, you walk through, and this is this giant hallway full of cans.
Fallout can trap.
A lot of old can in the hallway trap.
Which I initially like started like trying to sort of walk between them because
bob and weave around.
I see cans that are designed to make noise. Obviously, that's something is waiting for me to trigger that to warn them. Mm-hmm. But then I eventually realized it was impossible, so I just ran through.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's a door at the end of the hallway with a screen that you can talk to, and this guy on the screen says that you have to be quiet because the man of many shapes is after him, and that he always gets his prey. And Dan asks how you find the man of many shapes, and the guy says you don't. he finds you. And then they go back and forth for a little bit, and then the man freaks out that he's here, and it's at this point that our favorite IT security professional starts chasing after you, which is absolutely wonderful.
And he got me, and that's the point where I called Sam. At Sam and she was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "I don't know if I have it in me."
Yeah, he got me too. I just stood there and like stared at him.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because I thought that I had to run away from the door at first. And turns out I ran right into his arms.
And it tricks you into thinking that because
he of an IT specialist.
What would you do if a child was standing right in front of you?
Push him toward the IT specialist and book it the other way. But no, he busts through this door, but down the hall, like if you're facing him, there's an opening in the wall to the right that you think like, okay, well, he's doing his whole little fucking I'm here animation. You can run past him. Nope. He fucking grabs it anyway. But what happens is you turn around and that door that you were talking to is no longer there. It's just a hallway. And you better run.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if turning around triggers it happening or if you just wait, it'll open up. But I turned around and turned back around.
That's what I did too. Because
turning around is what triggers
because it's not just a doorway at that point. It's just the open hallway, like a continuation of what you're already standing in.
Loves to make you just really regret, or like it puts you on such an edge where you're like, I don't want to look what's behind me right now.
Like, I had a moment like that later on in the end game where I was standing there and I just heard this god awful noise behind me. I was like, I'm not going to turn around. It's either going to go away or it's going to kill me.
And what did it do, Zach? Did it kill you or did it go away?
It went away.
Oh, there we go.
Zach was the living like epitome of that like clever girl meme.
Except I didn't get got that time.
But yeah, so you run away from our favorite IT security professional, and when you get away from him, you wind up in this is the part that we were talking about, this dark forest.
Yeah.
And there's this like bright shining like doe or deer that's a female deer, drop of golden sun. That
shows up. A name I call myself.
Fa. Yeah. A long way to run.
So a needle pulling thread.
T.
Fa,
no.
Fa, another name for
La.
so.
No, it's la.
Oh yeah.
Follow so. T, a drink with jam and bread that'll bring us back to dough. Anyway.
Dough. Oh dear, a female deer.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Sound of Music Saturdays.
If only. If only.
So you follow this deer and it disappears and you bring it to this dark
right.
forest. Oh god.
I just don't want to talk about this game. I just don't want to play this game. I just don't want to talk about it.
Cole, we're almost there, bud.
But yeah,
We're
so
almost there at
this
the
this
end.
section, I was on a call with you guys at this point. I was like, "Fuck," because I just could not figure it out. Because
Yeah, I think this is, and Cole and Chris, I don't think you guys have specifically talked about this, so you tell me if we're all in agreement. I think this part, maybe like the one, thankfully it was like short, but it's the one section of this whole like game that mars, that it's like really, truly, I think, done poorly.
I agree
Yeah, it was the most
100%.
infuriating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
for
think
sure.
that's true. There's parts of the game that just like start to break down, I think, in quality as the
Yeah.
pacing picks up.
Yeah, and I think the longer they spend, I think this game does its best when it's not sticking in one place for too long, because it doesn't give you a chance to get bored with it or get
Yeah.
upset with it
Or get irritated
which
with
I think
it.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
I think it's genius design personally.
You
but,
kind
that's
of
great.
learn the rules. Like this is around the point when I got caught in that hallway where I figured out how the game works and like puts you in danger, and like the Secrazine doesn't actually really do anything.
It just stops your vision from being fucked up. That's really
All
it.
pixelated
Right?
and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. And there's no consequences for being addicted to it or whatever, taking too much of it, and you really
I
can't
think
run out
on
of it.
habit, like every time I got out of like a mind jack sequence, I would pop some
Pop
Synchrozine
some.
just to
So-
do
Yeah,
it.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I-
you,
I
you
don't-
pop
so
a
that's-
pop a sinky.
That was kind of my
Yep,
theory
Papa
too. Was
Sinky.
like, or
Oh,
like,
Sinky, I'm sweating.
or like whenever it was visibly like I could see my eyes glitching out. But I noticed that as we got into the end game, it started happening more and more, even without having to go
Yeah.
into a
Yeah.
Dream Eater state.
So
Yeah, it
I
says something
also,
about
like-
like Lazarski's like mental state at the time.
yeah, and I'm also not sure like if they were even keeping track of how much Synchrozine you had either, because like I have no
Well,
idea how much you
it's
start
all
with.
over the fucking place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you find
You have no idea how
four.
much you
You find
start
four
with.
in apartment 210.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like you have no idea how much you start with, like depending on if you collected some or not. I don't know how consistent.
I think it
How-
definitely could just be like a red herring.
Yeah, maybe, but it's a thing. It's a mechanic, whatever. But yeah, so you get into this forest, and what you have to do, and we won't linger here for too long because it sucks. But but what you have to do is you have to go around. And you have to pull these 3 plugs, and the more plugs you pull, the glitchier the forest gets, because it starts out just like a foggy, dark forest, and then like the grass lights up white, and then you pull a second one, and you can kind of see the outline. You can see the outline of the room that you're actually in, and this is like a whole like a construct around you. And you pull all these plugs, and you find out that you're in an apartment, and you leave the apartment, and it's right next to the stairs up to the attic, to the next set of floors. And it's really kind of frustrating. The detective vision kind of helps a little bit. but
It
it's
helped a
just,
little
like-
bit, but just it was so because so the little trick is like the ground is like light and the trees are dark, and if you look at the trees, you're able to very vaguely see. It's like if you put the opacity on like a Photoshop layer down to like 10%, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're able to vaguely, but if you go too far, the trees just turn black. So you got to like almost like then circle around the trees so you can focus. It was just this is my least favorite part of the game, and it's such an
I'll tell
insignificant
you-
part. That
I'll tell you the
it's
real
just-
strat that just makes
the real
the same
strat?
cake.
hit
though.
us with that pro gamer move.
The pro gamer move is you look for the white box, and you go into like one of the views, either one, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter, and you just start walking towards that box and just
Yeah.
ignore everything,
Huh.
and you'll clip through all of it, and you
Oh
just
shit.
Oh.
yeah, it's an
interesting.
illusion.
Oh.
But it's
I mean,
it's
like, you know-
crazy like how strong it is that you guys reacted that way. I think.
Well, and it goes back to because the game up to this point has been almost like a sprint and a marathon at the same time. Because
Yeah.
it's very slow paced, but you make such good progress so quickly. And then
And for the most part, and I think that was the big thing that we were praising too at the like in the first episode. And being fair here, to be fair, it's like
To be
it's-
fair.
to be fair, it's done this and it continues to do this after this part, but the game itself has been very intuitive up to this point. And this is that first like part where you're just like, oh, well, this doesn't feel intuitive at all. Why is it like this? When the
Yeah,
rest of the
you're
game
kind
is
of
going this
left
way.
like completely defenseless.
Yeah, and thankfully it doesn't do this a lot more going forward. But
And with that being said, and the main reason it was prolonged is just because of my fucking sheer inability to actually find what I was looking for. Even with Sam
Same.
telling me it's the box, just look for the green light with the box. It's like I can't fucking find it, Sam.
Did you say the green light you're looking for is just a box?
Yeah.
All right, we can end the episode here. Just end it right now.
But
Tiss.
literally, this is the only part that detracts from the overall experience, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And once, like, now that I know what to do, if I went back to it, I can't see it taking more than 5 minutes to get through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's overall it's kind of like a weirdly paced thing.
It's just a speed bump in an otherwise very smooth ride, I would say.
Yeah.
Down
So
a
I
dark
wouldn't-
back road with no lights and spooky fog.
Yep. Yep. And killer wolfman and IT professionals. Jason.
Wanamangos.
Wanamangos. Yeah.
Water mangoes.
Their Kermit arms.
Wanamango. They're Kermit arms. You go up into the attic and you kind of traverse along these like planks that are kind of laid down haphazardly, and these fucking asshole birds attack you a couple times. Zach, I apparently only got once. I got twice. Did you guys get got by these birds?
No, I got twice,
I actually
too.
did not. I actually did not get got this time.
You didn't get got by the birds?
I didn't get got.
Oh man, good for you.
Oh yeah, it should be
Man.
noted at this point that the boys got a first-hand look at what it sounds like when I am both startled and terrified. Sam actually
Yeah,
got
it
a good
was-
one. I don't know if you guys are still on it where it happened later on, but it actually got me to go like, ah!
Yeah, that was a
I
good
think
one.
this entire experience has just made me numb, honestly.
Yeah.
And so I'm empty on the inside now.
Good. We love that for you.
Yeah.
I hurt
But yeah, you make your way through this
myself
attic.
today. That's what 4 songs we've done this episode.
I think so. Yeah. We get
Yeah.
the Metal Gear Monday soundtrack. But yeah, if you veer off at a certain point, you can get up into the coops, and there's nothing really up there except for that rose that I was talking about earlier. But that's the third and last rose.
See, I thought that was like I didn't realize there was multiple of those because I found that and I was like, huh, that's an interesting little touch up here for the end game.
Yeah, he makes comments after you find each of the ones where you find the first one and said, "This is real. Who's doing this?" And then he finds the second one. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck? What's happening?" And then you find the third one. He makes some kind of plea, just like he's like, "Oh, leave me alone" or something like that. Like he's like, I think he's like thinking about his wife or
like
something
he
like
knows
that.
like
It's very-
something or someone is fucking with him.
Yeah.
So, and this comes up, like, the roses come up in the section we're about to do next, where when you get to the top of the attic, you find this, like, hatch that opens up and goes down. And when you open it up, you are attacked by Wanamango!
What a mango!
In one of the few cutscene, like actual cutscenes in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he attacks you and you go down this hatch and you fall. And when you get up, you realize that he's been, like, he falls into these, like, cables and he's now dead. Like, he's been killed.
Yeah.
And you
Exposed wire and shit.
And you scan him, and you find he's got his legs have been enhanced, and he's got these
He's
talons.
got
that have been
prosthetic
enhanced.
arms and legs that are, and like these like titanium fucking claws that have replaced his nails. Yeah, he's got all sorts of fucking genetic
And-
modifications
and
done to him.
We'll get into it, I'm sure, here in a little
Well,
bit.
we'll get into it a little bit.
it's-
We can get into it a little bit more when we get to his
It's
hideout because
really
that,
cool. Why?
yeah,
Sad, but cool.
it's
why.
sad, but yeah, it is. But you find out that his name is Victor, and it's time to hack into Victor's mind.
He's Sabretooth from X-Men. I just put that together.
So I didn't actually hack into his mind
Oh, I
Really?
did.
Why?
I did.
because I was
I know
just
that
like,
you don't have to, but like, why wouldn't you?
I was like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to go in there.
Well, it is-
if there was something in there that I should know, God would tell me.
Wow.
So you guys can go have fun hanging out in Wolfman's mind.
If Mr. Wolfman had anything to tell me, Rutger Hauer himself would actually descend from the heavens and be like, Chris, so listen, it's a lot of bad shit.
Also, hold on. This would have to have the backdrop of Tears in the Rain playing.
Yeah.
I've seen things
in Victor's head that you wouldn't believe.
Victor's head you people wouldn't believe. White deer running through hallways. TV dads in front of their scores of children.
Holographic advertisements that change on you at the last minute.
So pretty much the main takeaways for when you go into Victor's mind, Chris, are he was born with some kind of like physical difference where his dad basically called him deformed. And he was obsessed with werewolves as a kid growing up.
Oh, okay. So he just like had a little hobby and, took it a little too far there. It's okay.
If kids would make fun of him, actually the first thing that happens when you walk into his nightmare is that these kids with TV heads are looking at this like giant this giant TV head, and suddenly they like turn around to look at you.
Oh yeah, because Sam laughed at me because I went, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that they have TV heads."
And then they turned around and he was like, "Ah!" Like, it was really good. Which is, and I laughed because it's what I did. But you knock over the TV. There's a lot of like symbolism, and you go through, and it kind of like takes you through his childhood about how like his dad didn't want him and his mom really never had time for him, and and she was never really explicitly bad to him, but like she was, because like she also thought that he was a freak too.
Well, there's also that one part where like you can kind of hear where she's like irritated with him.
Yeah, mommy needs some time, and her door slams shut. Yeah,
it definitely seems like what we're going through is like his childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely.
That's exactly.
Did you guys obviously went into the basically the cafeteria type?
Yeah, I think they force you. As you're going through his mind, there are a couple points.
Eat. You're like, oh, okay, fucking Galadriel. I didn't know I was fucking watching.
There's a couple points in this. There's a couple points in this nightmare where the goal is you follow this white deer, but whenever it gets to a crossroads, there's a red like door. And I usually followed the deer unless it.
Oh, you see, I did the opposite. I always went through the red doors.
Yeah. I took the red doors.
What happens in the red doors if you go
So the biggest thing that I remember is you kind of get led through a couple of different paths where you hear the dad talking about, he's a freak, I have no son, and yada yada yada, and it ends with you going as if someone's like, hey, come over here, and you go through a couple doors. And you go into a basement, and then the door slams behind you and is locked. And you're stuck down in this basement with like a dingy little cot, and there's a table with like his little Wolfman masks and like a figurine, I believe. That was like my biggest takeaway from it for how it ended.
From what I gathered, I think, and I can definitely be wrong, he was like a cripple at birth.
Yeah.
And like was just fucked up from like an early age, and like his dad was just obviously like you're no use to me, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So he decided to become this like spliced creature to like make himself better and things like that.
I think it was
it's like from what I could gather, it's like he wasn't. The dad was like a quintessential strongman figure, and so I think that's what really kind of helped like fuel Victor's infatuation with like the Wolfman, like the idea of changing and becoming something bigger than himself.
He's just a late 21st century furry, is what it comes down to.
Oh God!
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like he's constantly rejected by his father. Like there's like a part where like you go through like what looks like a church. Like you're going to a church, right?
You go to this church and you hear his mom like begging Victor to like talk to him.
Yeah.
And then the church like blows you away and like, it screams
like
that you're not my son.
Not my son.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are like the big takeaways for if you go into Victor's head.
Yeah, it takes you through basically like his childhood and then like what got him to become this like creature, and then it takes you like through his like killings a little bit.
I was gonna say, yeah, doesn't it have him? It shows through his eyes where he's like killing everyone, and then sort of little snippets of how it was stalking you, and literally ends from his point of view, lunging at Daniel, falling down and falling into the wires,
following him around. Yeah, there's also some like stuff in here that like Dan's mind is glitching into it again too. So there's a part where you get into another section of this forest, and you walk into a room and you see a child staring at a TV, and they're arguing back and forth about Adam going to work for Chiron, and Adam screaming at Dan saying, "What if I'm right?" and Adam screaming, "What if I'm right?" and like them having an argument, and him saying doing that, "It should have been you" thing, and all this other stuff like that. And you go through the forest. There's a certain point where if you veer off instead of going the way that you're supposed to go,
all the fucking weird like Wolfman things.
Oh well, no, the forest sprites.
The forest sprites,
as I referred to them.
There's this like red sun bullshit that's happening, and it like fucks with you, and these like forest sprites like start attacking you and stuff like that. There's another section. There's another section of the forest where you find this grave, and I don't think it's either not there or you don't say anything about it if you haven't found the roses. But if you find it, it's Dan's wife's grave, and he says a couple of things about it.
Was this also one where it had? Where you were going through the forest and IT specialist showed up again?
The grave is right before IT.
Because that was the one that really got me, like with a good yell, because you're walking through and so there's like a building
you're walking
to the
through the
right.
woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead, and out of the corner of your eyes you spot him. Shia LaBeouf.
But no, you're going through and then there's like another patch of forest right in front of you. There's a path to the left, there's a path to the right, and to the right there's a building and you see fucking IT security guy again. And so I was like, well, fuck this, I'm just gonna cut into that path in the middle and fucking wait for him to walk around so I can just bypass him. Well, I did that and it gets real dark, and I was expecting, because then like fucking impossibly fast. I think they designed it that if you go in there, he gets you instantly, because he grabbed me and it fucking came over. And that one got me with a real good,
Yeah. But yeah, he's in the stream too. Which, if you didn't think that maybe something was up with him before, something's up with him now. Like, he's maybe not Helena's problem. He might be your problem.
I mean, I was starting to think that when he showed up in a real life, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. It's at this point, after you escape from IT Professional or Sneak Past him or whatever, you walk down this hallway and something jumps at you and you realize that it's Daniel. And then this is when you start following Daniel, and it takes you to the end of the nightmare, to his death. And so once you are out of this whole nightmare, it's time to get out of this fucking attic, man. And you have to walk through some like tunnels and stuff to reactivate the power. And there's some puzzles with some breakers and fuses. Did anybody have any trouble with those?
It was just tedious.
Yeah, just trial and error.
I've got written down fucking power restoring electrician simulator.
I mean, that was...
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I was playing a futuristic cyberpunk game, but I was checking a fuse box.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
It only took me 3 to get the right fuse, so...
Yeah, it wasn't hard. It was just weird.
It's just boring.
Like the only thing I wish had been different was like if the fuse box that you take the fuses from had been in the same room as where you needed them to be, instead of having to walk up and down that hallway like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some artificial padding right there.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're coming up, like, this is coming up on the end, and so it's just like, I mean, you don't really need this, like, extra 3 minutes of effort, you know what I mean? Just have the power, let's turn the power back on. But
listen, it's still okay compared to fucking backtracking across the fucking U.S. again, because everyone else got teleported.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Really? Fucking 2 hours worth of content having to backtrack?
I'd rather spend 3 minutes plugging in a fuse than do that ever again. So I'm going to back Zach on this one.
Yeah, I think, like, my overall experience from here on out, like, was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I guess, but I think you also admittedly bypassed some of the best parts of what makes it great, right? 'Cause
Well,
you didn't have
I do agree with Chris at this point where it was
Victor's
sort of
mind
like,
and-
I've experienced really all I want to experience. Let's get it
it's
over
kind of
with.
sprinting. It's kind of like well,
All
I guess
the-
like sprinting is not what I meant. It's kind of like meandering towards the end a little bit. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
much.
like the finish
Yeah.
line is in sight, but you cannot go any faster. Is what it felt like.
yeah,
It's like running in a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was just like, here's the end. You can see it, but there's all this setup work we got to do first. Here,
yeah, because there's like
pay
another.
attention.
Yeah, you guys are right because there's another puzzle. Like you have to drop down to the even lower into the sewers, and then like open the doors with a switch, and so it's kind
Yeah.
of like padding your way to the end.
Yeah.
but like we're almost.
And you
there.
guys
We're
all know
almost
how
there.
I feel about artificial padding.
Yeah. And I was under the impression that like when we got to the end of this, that would be the end of the game.
That's what I
And
thought,
was
so-
wrong.
Yeah, because
too.
you find the killer or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not about the
Yeah.
killer. You still have to find. You still have
Yeah,
to
it's
find
about Adam.
I will
right?
say the final optional thing was actually quite funny to go through.
Wait.
Yeah,
we
the
We're
yeah,
skipping.
it is. But
What are
like,
we
got
skipping?
some-
What are we skipping?
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
skipping nothing.
I'm just saying.
We're literally there.
I thought you were talking about like
The-
the very end.
No.
No, not the very end. No,
Okay.
what we're about to get into. Yeah.
Okay.
You basically you go through this power thing. You go through the sewers, and you find yourself in Victor's hideout, where he has like all these masks and like
Which
damp
I
things
believe was like either right across the hall from or directly next to Adam's apartment.
and- his hideout.
Yeah.
No, his hideout was in like the basement.
No. It was in
Yeah.
an apartment that was near Adam's.
No, it wasn't. You had to like drop down into. It was like in the zeros. I thought.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
sure.
Because you go down to the basement and like
Because I remember Dan making some kind of fucking statement about it being like near Adam's apartment. Or maybe it's underneath it. I don't know.
It might be underneath it, but it's not next to it for sure.
Yeah, that's something else that's near Adam's apartment because, like, you're in the basement and the room numbers start changing, and one of the room numbers was like 666 or something
Yeah.
like that, and
But you go into the basement, you can read his documents on his computer. There's an email about his like brother pleading for him to come home, and like some articles about this guy talking about like whether or not DNA splicing is ethical or what. And it's actually pretty interesting, but
Because
good
he
flavor
has-
for the world.
He has
Who's
he has like canine splicing, and we find out that like wolves and like dogs are just extinct.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think like the article was pretty funny because it was the guy who owned the company that does the thing. I can't remember the name of the company. It's not Kyrion, but something else. And,
Yeah, it's like I think it's like MG and A or something like that.
Yeah, it stands
Yeah.
for something. Yeah,
stands for what?
but it stands for something. I don't know what, but it's, yeah.
But the article is like, well, what if your son wanted to get a tentacle attachment? And he's like, well, if my son had the money and the ability to get the tentacle, like we would sit down and talk about it as a family. And it was like,
you didn't
no,
answer
you're
my
dodging the
question."
question. And I'm like, am I dodging the question? It's kind of funny. It's this
Yeah.
big like spoof on these like CEO tech types, like an
Yeah.
Elon. It was like kind of poking fun at an Elon Musk type.
And it was like the other thing too. It was actually really funny. There was this part there at the end where it was just like, I think we're gonna look back on this the way we look back on people not accepting transgender people. Like
Yeah.
that would be unthinkable now. And I was just like, oh, that's a cool idea of the future.
Yeah,
That'd be cool if that happened.
I mean, sure, it's a hellscape, but
Yeah, but trans rights, right? You know.
yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, so there's a very particular thing that happens here. There's a very particular point where if you walk around the corner, there's a table with a sheet over something, and if you walk up to it, it prompts you to pull the sheet off, and it is a nice meal from McDonald's with a
Yeah,
Happy
exactly
Meal
right.
toy included.
It's a whole ass Whopper.
A Whopper from McDonald's. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the future. You get McDonald's Whoppers.
They merged. They merged. Yeah, Burger King
It's,
actually won.
It's like a Demolition Man.
Did they?
It's a free sample of the best fast food chicken sandwich, the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Okay. All right. Opening that up again.
Yeah, it's Adam's head, and of course.
So I
Dan
legit did
freaks out.
not think it would be Adam's head.
Really? I
Yeah.
fucking knew it would be.
I assumed there was gonna be another like twist. And I was like, it's not gonna be Adam's head.
Well,
Like,
there was another twist. My
I kind of
friend.
forgot that Adam had his head cut off until this point. It was like,
Well, because
oh,
it was
yeah.
like there was the idea that like maybe it's not his head, and you couldn't figure out whose body it was, so maybe it wasn't Adam's head, but it was Adam's head.
Yeah, it's
and-
definitely Adam's head.
Dan starts freaking out, but of course, the first thing that happens after Dan starts freaking out, you get a call from Adam. And you're just like, all right, fucking, what's going on now?
Yeah.
And Adam claims that that's not him. And you have like a weird like connection with like you get disconnected from him. But
Yeah.
as he's getting disconnected from you, he tells you not to plug into the head. And of course, I ignored him.
Same.
Yeah, I did too.
Ignored
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, fuck
Which
him.
actually turned into one of the most entertaining, like, optional things as it was.
Yeah, because it wasn't like traditional like hack as like the other ones were. Because you get this thing where it's just like you're seeing this because like you first things first is you walk into this like elevator and you actually see Dan's reflection in this mirror as you're going down this elevator, and you get a little bit more insight into like the family history and stuff like that, and then you wind up in this room with a TV and you turn it on.
I fucking love the art shift in this section.
Yeah, do you see this like 8-bit version of Adam and Dan just like shrugging and dancing on the screen, and there's like this 8-bit music that's playing.
Yeah, it's the music from the Fire and Swords.
Yeah, the Fire and
Spider or Swords and Spiders : Fire.
Yeah,
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
And it's this message pops on the screen. It's just like you're seeing this because you're hacking my head, and you're trying to look at something that I don't want you to see. The whole conceit is that you walk into this room and there's this giant bridge that walks this giant like Chiron database, and you press some buttons and then it like flips out and you wake up here. And so it takes you through 3 levels.
Well, also
and
don't
it's
forget
Adam's-
that after it, because when it says you're trying to access this, sit back and enjoy the show. Adam shoots 8-bit Dan, and then everything
Yeah.
everything turns into like a fucking like Mega Bloks / Minecraft.
Tetris.
Yeah.
Like, and all the furniture starts dancing and everything.
Everything starts glitching out.
Yeah.
And then you kind of hear like heads up, and after a little bit, and like everything's like Minecraft themed and dancing around the room.
Oh yeah, and then it says "Watch your head," and this is great because Sam and I were
Yeah.
still on the call, and I went, "Oh Lord, so what's happening?"
Watch your head. If you look up, these Tetris blocks start like falling down at you, and you have to like dodge them. And if you get hit, you lose hearts. You lose half a heart every time you get hit, and you have a score and everything like that. And these blocks come falling down. If you die getting attacked by these blocks, you move on to the next level, which is this like speed runner thing where you have to hop back and forth over 3 lanes to not get hit by obstacles.
It was like Temple Run.
Yeah, it's like Temple Run and like first person. It gets speeds up and it gets faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, I did not last very long in that one.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, and then the third one is this like dungeon crawler
Reminded
where
me like
you
Doom
just
or like what's it called?
Wolfenstein.
Like Wolfenstein.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wolfenstein for sure. Because you're going through these dungeons and everything seems fine. There's all these traps and these monsters start showing up and chasing you, and you kind of have to go and like lead them through these traps. But eventually, this car shows up and takes out this demon in front of you. And as you walk forward, you see another car in front of you that runs you over and kills you and knocks you out of the simulation.
a very strange, like, couple minutes of brevity in an otherwise just totally bleak situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really weird,
So-
but I kind of liked it.
I have a theory about this, but I want to put a pin in it so someone will remind me when we talk about wrap up
Okay.
Okay.
about this part of the game.
But yeah, so after you do all this, Adam tells you to go to Sanctuary, basically, and Sanctuary is this building that's like adjacent to the tenement building. It's this really tall building, and you kind of go through these sewers, and you pop up outside of Sanctuary, which is actually the gate that's, if you explore it around the tattoo parlor, there's this gate that's locked, and this gate that's locked and it's the other side of that gate, basically. So you go to Sanctuary, and Sanctuary, so I just gave them my name,
Same.
and they registered me.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the same thing, and all of us skipped the dialogue where it tells you what Sanctuary is.
I guess what it seems like to me with all the VR pods, it seems like to me my general estimation is that it's like a VR place for you to like store your memories and like store like your experiences and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's owned by Chiron.
I got that, or I got like, hey, you're stuck in Warsaw and you can't get out of this country, but have you ever thought about going to Tahiti?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a St. Lucia? Hop in one of these pods and we'll take you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just a media dispensary in a way.
Oh, it's like the
a
vacations in
subscription for the head.
It's like the vacations in Total Recall. The original one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wind up in this like forest with these glowing trees, and the goal is to find this big tree in the center where there's a screen that has Adam on it, and he kind of talks to you. He talks to you. And,
my dumbass is walking around.
Dan
My dumbass is walking around the perimeter trying to find it.
perimeter.
Can I say something about this forest that I kind of noticed?
What?
So, like when you walk in, like all like the tree like lights up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it starts like doing like that weird like branch out thing, and it kind of reminded me of like a neural network, like a brain scan.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
mental, like your synapses and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
That's what I
I like
noticed.
that. That's really good. Really good eyesight there, sir.
Thanks.
I'm surprised you were
said,
able to notice anything, given that
Like
your
I said,
whole
I'm
brain was
empty
paralyzed by fear.
inside, so
Yeah, at this point. But yeah, you talked to Adam about like that what he was working on at Chiron was this idea where you can upload your consciousness to the net and just exist past your expiration date, basically. And Dan's like, it sounds like a living nightmare and all this sort of stuff like that. And Adam says, like, look, you don't understand now, but you're going to, I promise, which is ominous as fuck. Turns out it was. And you ask Adam a bunch of questions about, like, what happened to the victims and, like, what got them killed. And Adam's just, like, saying that like, it wasn't a part of the plan. These people got killed, but it was necessary. That the project was too important. And he kind of expands that, like, if I get they've sent this virus after me and they're going to kill me, and you need to go and basically
the lockdown.
You need to like go and remove the lockdown and like let me escape into the net so that I can like get out of here and they won't kill me.
Yeah.
And so Dan goes after Chiron basically, and there's a special door inside of the sanctuary that lets you like go up to where you need to go.
So this is like, I guess, kind of our peek into what slightly higher class people live like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because you go into this like church area and it takes you up into this elevator, and you
It's all like clean
walk
and
into this-
pristine.
Keeps on telling you like follow the light and whatnot.
Yeah. And you're kind
Yeah.
of walking around this like area, and you find like some dead bodies. And one point, I'm walking and like some guy falls from the ceiling and he's
Did
dead. And that
you turn
sucked.
over the first dead body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the phage got him.
So I get from what I understand is basically like the nanophage causes the nanites inside the body to basically start eating itself. So he like half his face is missing, 2 of his limbs have been like reduced to stumps. It's fucking like just gruesome to look at.
Mm-hmm. And you'll kind of like see all these like signs of the nanophage.
Well, every other apartment you go into, there's a book called The Nanophage in Me, and it's done in like a children's book style.
But like in this particular area, there's like signs that say this is a nanophage area and stuff. But you walk into this like area, you walk into this like white room, and you hear somebody yelling about how
We're not sick.
like how like we want this area to be purged, and there's a bunch of people who have like are symptom free, but he's doing it anyway. And eventually you go through these vents, And who do we see wandering around but our favorite IT security professional?
And this is actually what's funny is at this point I wish that I had been playing with headphones because my TV doesn't do the best with whether it's coming from the left or the right. So all I could hear was the footsteps. I couldn't tell which direction he was coming from or going toward. So it was like fucking, like I'd like creep up to the edge of the vent and I'd like look and I'd be like, can I see him? No, what about the other way? Just waiting to get fucking grabbed by this asshole.
Yeah, I just waited.
Yeah.
I just waited like the easy boy that I am.
So Chris, you have some things to say about this section here, right? Because I do too, but you had some comments in our notes about it.
Oh yeah. So the sneaky part is just terrifying.
Yes, this was easily the scariest one.
But then I kind of realized that there's no stakes at all in this game. If you just keep your distance and like follow the clues, you know. This isn't an action game. You're not out to kill these things. You're not really out to stay away from them. It's one of those like. Do you know like the Disney thing? It's a small world after all.
Yeah.
Where you just sit in a little thing and you like go along the ride and you see all the.
It's equally as terrifying.
Yeah. I never went to Disney World, but I did do Dolly Parton's Fire. It's like
all hell.
Did you ever do this one? It was like a fireman themed water flume ride.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And there was like a bunch of animatronics, and you just kind of watch a show. And that's what the game started to feel like to me, where you're just like on a path, it's on rails, and you're watching stuff going on, but you can't really like directly interact with it too much. Or if you do and go against the rules of the game, it like just gives you a game over. But that
sets you back like
sneaky part,
30 seconds at the most.
Yeah. And there's no consequences for a game over, right? Because you're just game over, we pop back in, which is fine because the story's really good and it's enough to keep me going. But the sneaky part, I was like crouched and hiding and like going very slow and meticulous, and I got lost a lot. And then I think Sam, we talked about this earlier. You could just like follow them at a distance and get
so
through.
I put this in our notes, but this actually was the least scary section that this guy pops up for me, because there were a couple things that I realized through my past encounters with him. Is that one, if you stand up and just walk at a normal pace, he still won't detect you unless he sees you.
Yeah.
And two, in this area, the first two sections you see him, he walks in a fucking circle. And so you can follow behind him at a safe distance and just get out.
Right.
And the third section I found was large enough that I was just able to like sprint off to the exit. So he served no consequence for me in this area. Like it was literally just, okay, I'm done now. So this was the least scary of these for me. Like it wasn't really even scary for me. I was just like, this guy again. Okay.
Yeah. And then I also like, Zach, you were talking about how you had a hard time hearing, so you couldn't tell which way they were coming from. But I noticed, like, on the screen, it would vibrate and get staticky based on, like, which direction they were in relation to you. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't notice that. That's
like,
a fucking awesome little detail.
Yeah, it kind of had that, like, visual effect of, like, putting a magnet on a old cathode ray TV, you know?
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty clever. Like, using that, plus I had like the surround sound thing going. It was really immersive, like the way you were in this environment sneaking around, and that was cool. But the immersion was totally broke when I
baby playing video games, going boom boom baby. Yeah. So after you escape, so like I said, you get to these exits and you sneak past him through these three sections. And then you have to like go through some more ventilation stuff to kind of get away from him. And when you bust out the other side of the ventilation stuff, you walk out into this area, but it's all biomassy and gross. And if you follow the biomass around, you get to this like door, and you press the button, and it takes you into this like elevator, and you see more about like Dan and Adam's history with each other. And Adam is like asking Dan these questions as a child. He's like, what happened to mom? Did mom want to do this? And Dan's like kind of like dodging the answer a little bit. And Adam's like, that's not what I asked you. I asked you if she wanted to. And Dan's just like, she did. And she did want this, and we thought she was strong enough to handle it. And Adam freaks out and says, why didn't you save her? It should have been you. And that's kind of like the crux of what that conversation was, because you've been hearing it should have been you this entire time, and you feel the context of the whole conversation. Of course, Adam's face appears in front of you and jump scares you when he says it should have been you.
Yeah.
That was cool.
When that happened, I was just like, oh, come on, don't do this trope. Because it was like the kid was angry at the dad, and then...
Well, they built upon it. They built upon it in a way that actually made sense after that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. But in the moment, I was just like, yeah, I don't want this.
Yeah. And then you find out that, like, something happened to Dan that, like, made him basically, like
they could have taken him home in a Tupperware jar,
basically. And then you hear this argument. It's just like, oh, you didn't want mom to do this, but like when it comes to saving your life, now you're all pragmatic about it. And Adam's like, or Dan says, I promised her that I would watch over you. And Adam's just like,
and because earlier in the flashback, you hear a conversation between Dan and his wife where she makes him promise that he'll do whatever it takes to take care of Adam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Adam's just like, don't you use her to excuse yourself and blah, 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 and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. And while this is happening, you see, like, you're in Dan's perspective, you see all these, like, weird, like, things happening to his body and stuff like that. And you see the shadow of this, like, arm. You see his, like, arm dangling down. He walks up to the mirror, and you see IT security professional in the mirror.
And it turns out that IT security professional's, like, club arm that he, like, stomps around with is actually where Dan's prosthetic robot arm is.
Mm-hmm. So when you see this thing in the mirror, and this is, like, the first time you really get a good look at the thing without it, like,
catching
breathing down your neck, which is actually really cool. Adam says, every time I look at you, I see this monster that killed my mom. And the implication here, and I think we're safe in assuming this is what they were trying to do here, is that that the monster, the IT security professional, is actually what Adam, like, perceives Dan as.
Yeah.
And that's why it's chasing you around, and it's kind of fucked up. But yeah, so after you see this, like, shit play out in the mirror, you walk up to you wake up on this, like, bridge, and you see this thing off in the distance, and it's just the most terrifying thing ever. And it's Adam's head,
but about 12 feet tall,
connected to all these, like, this, like, giant Olmec looking Legend of the Hidden Temple ass Adam head suspended by these, like, giant cables and cords. Whenever you get to him when he speaks, his, like, face glitches the fuck out, and, like, you see all the cables behind him, and he tells you that you've made it to the core.
They didn't want to have to animate the lips.
Yeah, exactly. And it worked. I mean, it worked.
Oh, it was very unsettling.
Mm-hmm. You talk to him, and you find out that the virus is going to get to Adam no matter what, and he needs a secure host that is not connected to the net that the virus can't get to, and explains that an observer's mind is isolated. And
what a coincidence.
And he wants to basically use his dad for, like, to escape from this virus and live on forever, basically. And so you kind of talk to him, and you have to make this decision, right? Mm-hmm. You have to either reject his offer or you have to accept his offer. And
hey, am I under the understanding that this isn't really Adam?
Yes.
So you had, like, a conversation with him, and he kind of explains, like, the physical Adam is dead.
Yeah,
right?
like, this is like basically
like
like a
net.
not a clone, but like a clone of, like, Adam's, like, psyche,
like a digital clone almost.
Right.
And he tries to appeal to your good nature, and is like, look, you're hanging on to an Adam that hated you. I can see past that here, you know.
Yeah. It's like, are you familiar with, like, the Star Trek transporter thing?
No.
Theory?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, there's this fan theory that the way that Star Trek transporters work is, like, they're actually cloning machines, and it makes a clone of you, and it sends the clone to the location that you're trying to go to, and then it, like, kills the original thing. Because you can't... But this is what happens. Adam, like, created a clone of his mind, and like a way for him to live on.
Well, he also says that like there were multiple iterations of this digital Adam, and like that it had been wiped out by
Right.
physical Adam before.
Right, because Adam
Yeah.
is like the real Adam was like, this is too powerful, and like this thing's trying to kill me.
And this one,
Which it
this
did.
one just happened to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because that was the thing. It was like that was you plug into like this like cable he gives you, and you find out that like he was the one who sent Victor after himself, basically, and so and that's what started that whole thing in motion. So
And Adam and the actual Adam like set loose like the what was it the hunt and kill virus on this like AI version of
Yeah.
Adam.
yeah, so now you have to make a decision, and all you guys chose reject.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
fuck you.
I
Fuck this
chose
guy.
accept. I chose accept for flavor.
Sam and I both thought that Chris was going to accept him because of Chris's good guy nature.
No, this guy's a murderer.
No,
Why
he's
would I
a
want to help
fucking-
him out?
I
He's a
wanted.
psychopath.
So here's the thing. I wanted to. We were joking around. Me and Zach on the phone call. We're joking around that like Chris would be like, "Oh yeah, you know, because he's like your son. You've been after your son this entire time." And Colt would be like, "Nah, fuck you, you fucking narc." I would have rejected him.
Y'all got me pegged.
Yeah. But
Yeah, well,
but,
seems I still have a few tricks up my
Apparently
sleeve.
so. We got to
yes.
keep our eye on
we
this
were
Chris
just joking.
guy.
I had this feeling that everybody would have chosen reject, so that's why I did choose accept. Because like it's very obvious at this point. It's like, hey, fuck this guy. Right?
For real.
Yeah.
So
Fuck this
knowing
guy.
all of
It's
us,
like I had to go
figured
through all
that
this
everybody
shit
would
because of
choose-
you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. So I had this feeling that like everybody would have accepted, would have chosen reject, I should say. And so I was just like, yeah, let's choose accept just so we can talk about it. So I'll talk about accepts a little bit, just because it's the shorter of the two, and I think it ultimately is a bad ending, but it's just less obtuse about it. So you walk out and you see Janice, and he is like standing. He is like standing in the hallway outside of his office, and the front door starts opening, and Janice says the lockdown's over, and Dan/Adam says it's been taken care of. You can go back to your post. And then Dan has like a freak out. His vision blacks and comes back, and you have the ability to you have 3 dialogue options where it's like, he's not who he says he is, don't let him leave, and help me. And then Janice asks if he's okay, and then Adam takes over basically, just like, yeah, just a little glitch. And then Janice says something like, little ones always spell trouble, which Janice is saying little glitches, but it's implied that like it's supposed to be a dual meaning for like children, like your children.
Sure.
And then after he says that, Janice kind of walks away, and you walk past Janice, and Dan says, "Don't I know it?" as he walks out of the building, and that's how the accept ending ends.
Rejection
And,
ending
I
is
think-
way different.
I think Adam says something like the sun's coming up soon, and we'll get to see it together again soon, I promise. And it kind of ends, and yeah, it's a little. It's less obtusely negative, but I mean, obviously Dan is just like, fuck, don't let him out of here. I can't believe you've
I
done
know
this.
that I've used this a few times in reference to this game, but that is a very I have no mouth and I must scream scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like it's a really bad ending either way.
Oh yeah, no, there are
just
no
gotta-
good endings for Dan Lazarski in this.
There's an
Poor Dan.
ongoing ending, and then there's a fully finality type of ending.
Yeah, because clearly Janice does not hear Dan say the thing that he tried to say. Adam is fully
Sure.
in charge, and that's bad. And I'd say, I mean, it's pretty bad in the reject ending too, because I watched it, but I want to hear you guys
Yeah.
talk about the
Now that I'm thinking
reject
about
ending.
Well,
Because-
it's not the Danny got his gun ending, but it's not good either.
No, it's bad.
No,
it's
it's not
terrible. So what happens? Talk to me. Any one of you.
So you
Should
tell
we
the
draw
robot to go
straws?
fuck himself. And he's like, you're like, go to hell, and he's like, after you.
Basically.
And he basically puts you in Rudy.
Sam, what did I say when I found out?
Which Zach was excited about. Basically, he basically tells you that you have no choice in the matter, and he forces you into Rudy, our favorite wonderful cleaning robot.
To which,
So he
to
takes
which,
over
as
your
soon
body.
as I found out, I sent to Sam in all caps, "I am become Rudy, destroyer of dust."
Oh man! Which if it ended there,
I would have been perfectly happy
Yeah.
with that. The new game plus, where you play as Rudy, just clomping around the
Yeah.
building while Dan Lazarski's running around doing his investigation.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
Adam as Dan says you live here now, and he walks away. But then some more. You linger there for a second, and some more stuff happens. And
Like- Janice walks up and he's like, "I told you not to wander off. It's a very, bad robot.
Bad drone."
You can't.
and that's how you know you're inside of Rudy.
You can't be doing that. Here, I will fix you." And when he tries to fix you, you like shift into Janice. And
Which gives
then-
you a quick flashback of, I guess, the event in which Janice got fucked up, because it's basically you're in his first person view in a truck during the war, and the truck gets hit and it starts to flip, and all you hear is Janice in his not fucked up voice saying, "Need to get out, need to get out," which also has the double meaning of maybe he's referring to being stuck in Rudy now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you pop up in the lobby as Janice, and
And
you see
Dan's
you-
like,
Dan,
"Oh, it's
Dan
all
Adam.
good."
And you start beating the
Nah.
fuck out of him.
Yeah, but of course
That's
the
true.
police were called, and they tell Janice to freeze, and he does not, and then they shoot the fuck out of Janice. Presumably, this means that Dan is now dead, and they don't say it explicitly, but one of the cops says, "Oh, I think he's," and then it cuts out, and
Yeah,
so
they go
it's-
full Inception with it.
yeah,
Slash
Yeah.
Sopranos.
I like
they-
that.
yeah. They leave you to wonder if Adam's alive or dead, one of the two, whichever one.
I think of the two endings, the reject is
I
better.
agree.
I think Reject is
I
a
think
cooler
it
ending.
gives a little more finality in the fact that, because I'm assuming that Dan's dead, because those last like 3 punches that you and Janice's body land on him, like blood was spraying pretty fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit like you see his Dan's like hand kind of like glitch a little bit, like kind of like reach out, and then it just kind of slowly crumbles.
Oh, okay, I didn't see
It does
that.
not move. Well, it doesn't move after that. So it's kind of like, I just imagine it's like, in my perfect world, you broke him, and like that's his like, I guess like
Yeah.
muscles contract.
Best case scenario, he's dead. Worst case scenario, he's a vegetable.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
But in this world, there's ways around that.
That is true.
there is. Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
Who knows if they plug him up to some futuristic hospital machine, he jumps into the net and like goes into somebody else, So it's just,
But much to Cole's happiness, that's Observer.
That's it.
yeah.
We're done.
Da da
No.
da 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 da.
I can't.
Chris,
I cannot
you,
wait for this game to fucking come out again. I'm gonna get the remastered version when it comes out, and I'm gonna play through it again.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were
Oh
remastering
yeah.
it.
I'm sorry. They're doing what now?
They're
It's a
remastering
remaster.
Observer.
Yeah, because this game came.
They announced it literally right before we started playing
Yeah.
it for the show.
Great.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's gonna have like more content in it as well, like side stuff to do,
Ooh.
which has me very excited
Yeah.
about. Because
As much as it fucked with me, it is a very good game.
Yeah. Now, Chris, you said that you had some kind of theory that you wanted to talk about when we got to the wrap up. Did you?
Yeah, so the part where it's like you get hit by the car.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
pop out of the mine.
in Adam's like hack.
Yeah, you don't actually pop out of the mind.
Oh, you think? the
oh,
entire
that's
thing from
good
the-
because then
He does
he's got a
bring-
pipeline
he
to
does
get
bring
into
up-
you.
Yeah, because he's saying at the end, he's like, "I've already been hacking into you for
The
like
last hour, he
I've been
said.
working on you
The past
since you got
hour.
into the pod. Yeah.
so."
That's a good fucking theory,
You-
dude. Or
Yeah.
maybe,
That is a really
or maybe
good
like
theory.
he didn't have complete control of Dan yet, but he had enough to like remote hack
Yeah.
to control him.
I've been breaking you down this past.
And
hour.
either whether he wasn't
Yeah.
overtly like making his body walk, maybe he was like planting subliminal things of, okay, let me go here. Okay, let me tell them my name. Get into the pod. Sneak around this thing. That's a fucking awesome
Because
theory,
what does he
dude.
say at the very beginning of the game?
You are not in
You were
control.
never in
Control.
Yeah.
I
And then,
wonder what happens if you don't hack into Adam's brain then, because that's also entirely optional.
I don't think you can move forward in the game unless you do hack into his brain.
No, it's optional.
It is
Really?
optional.
Yeah,
it is
it's
completely optional.
Maybe it just adds more behind Chris's theory then.
Yeah.
Or who
Maybe.
knows? Maybe it started when you hacked into. Well, Victor's is also. Who knows? Maybe it all started when you hacked into fucking Amir's.
Maybe it all started when you were in the car in the
you
beginning.
don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know the
because-
extent of
because,
Adam's reach.
Yeah, because when you think about it, and this was something that we thought was weird when we started talking
When
about it,
everything
like how
faded
the car-
away?
when it goes,
Maybe that was the moment where he
Yeah.
took. Holy shit,
Yeah.
guys!
wow, the whole thing, it's been a dream the whole time.
Well,
Because like
Da-da-da-da-da.
it might have been 7 hours for us, but in game time it could have just been an hour for like
Yeah.
Lazarski
Sure.
doing his investigation.
So, with the conclusion of this game, I'm happy to announce that Cole has promised to do a full Twitch playthrough of Alien Isolation by himself.
I have not. He's a
You heard it here
fucking liar.
first.
He
He's
as he
lying.
always
Fo-
has
followed
been.
by a full playthrough of Outlast and a back-to-back
I
marathon
sure
of the
won't.
first two
I
Dead
sure
Spaces.
the fuck won't.
Boys.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
And after that, Cole has said he's considering playing Prey.
Nope. I
Prey's
sure
not so
won't.
bad.
The beginning,
got the
is
receipts.
very scary.
I don't care.
I got the receipts. Who can relate? Anyway, that was
No
Observer,
one.
boys.
No one can relate, Sam.
I can relate. Cole can
Literally
relate.
no one.
Cole can relate. But yeah, that was Observer, and
Yeah.
it was a good romp. Cole did say this earlier, but I think despite the fact that it was a very spooky, scary game, it's actually a very mostly well done experience.
I give
And
it an
think,
A minus.
If I was ever to play a horror game again, I would hope it would be Observer.
I mean, it's remastered. You have your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I may go back. I
Wow.
honestly, this was a good game. So once again, thank you, Warren. For,
mean,
Again,
Cole-
literally, my only complaints about the game were the forest and having to figure out what was going on in room 210, like with the radio.
yeah,
That was
it was a great story, fantastic acting. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Here's what I wonder about the remaster, right? Because Rucker's dead, and they're adding more content. Does that just cut content that they
or because it's
that
not.
they had that they didn't put in?
Well, I mean, maybe it might be cut content, or it might just be more atmospheric stuff, like the repeating PT hallway. You know, where
Well,
that could be it too.
It said it was going to add new gameplay mechanics. And
oh,
yeah, I feel like a big chunk of the game, you're not really talking to yourself or anything.
yeah, you're not usually.
yeah,
I just wonder if if they do these side cases, if they have more flavor text that stuff that they recorded for him to say, but they didn't put in because they never used it.
What if they took Rutger Hauer's mind?
yeah.
What if we're all in Rutger Hauer's mind?
What if he's in
dope.
all of our minds?
He's in our hearts, that's for sure.
You know what I think?
Cole, I gotta say, I am looking very much forward to your Amnesia: The Dark Descent playthrough.
You go fuck yourself, all right?
I want to know what Chris thinks.
I think that we live inside.
We live in a society.
See, and that was the other Twin Peaks reference that I was hoping for right there.
Happy to meet your expectations, Cole.
You always do, buddy, and you exceed them.
Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us for this coverage. Thank you again, Warren, for
Yes,
giving
thank
this
you
game to us.
so
We
much.
appreciate
Shouts
that.
out. Big MVP out here.
Yeah.
We are doing one more episode surrounding the last couple of things we've covered. So we're going to be doing a listener response episode, an outer up for Blade Runner and for Observer. We need responses by May 24th. That's a Sunday. End of day, because we're going to be compiling them on Monday. And you can ask us questions about Cyberpunk or Observer or Blade Runner or whatever. and we will talk about them on the show. Likewise, I don't know why I said likewise. There's nothing likewise about it. We just need those responses, so we're going to do that episode. Also, as I mentioned up top, the code JUSTABOX at bakedrightgourmet.com will get you 15% off of your next order of popcorn through May 25th. So get your snack on.
Support
get your snack
the
on.
fight against Sybil.
Get your snack on. Support the fight against Sybil.
There is also another
bakedrightgourmet.com.
code for our listeners. If you
Okay.
use the code
What's that, Zach?
if you use the code See the Sunset, you'll get 15% off your Sunsetter retractable outdoor awning. Again, that's promo code See the Sunset. Sunsetter retractable awning. Retractable awning is good for all year round.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my god. I hope. Okay. Oh god. I'm knocking everything over. I knocked my fucking fan over. God damn it, Zach.
Oh my god, I love you. I love you so much.
You can find us on the internet. Metal Gear Mondays. On social media. Twitter at Metal Gear Monday. Facebook Metal Gear Mondays. Instagram. Patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays, where we do our bonus podcast, The Patriot Club.
Sunsetter.com/MGM.
As well as access to our Discord at $1. Check it out. See what you think.
Look at me, Sam. Look me in the
I don't know what
eye.
you think. No, you never look at me during.
Well, that's because you're a piece of meat to me. I don't respect you.
yeah, come join the Discord so we can publicly shame you if you like Chicago style
Yeah,
pizza.
seriously.
Tyler Washington, I'm here for you, and I stand with you. Fuck
Oh
these
yeah,
guys.
let me
No,
take
fuck-
my
Wait,
fucking
wait. Cole, you like
tomato
Fuck
soup
you
in my
guys.
goddamn
Absolutely
French onion
not.
soup
It's a
style.
full-ass
No,
meal.
it's not.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I have to
it's a
pull
whole
something up.
ass meal, but it's fucking slop.
Yeah.
You're fucking
It's-
slow.
I'm from New York. We do
But
pizza
they took-
right.
I like Chris's.
You
I like
Okay,
Chris's take
boys.
where they take a grilled cheese and they basically pour a vat of tomato soup.
Oh, it's Chicago
Oh, I'm
style.
sorry. I thought this was America, where we could actually live freely and
Boys.
just
Listen,
enjoy as much.
You're
as we
allowed to
want.
enjoy whatever you
Boys.
want, even if you have shit taste.
Boys.
I have amazing
Oh,
taste. You
man, he
fucking
can.
know.
He's had a
That's not true.
couple of fucking
That's a lie.
Chablis's, and all of a sudden he's going to tell me about
Listen.
fucking pizza.
I'm so happy that you could actually pronounce the word Chablis.
Oh, I added the S on purpose.
Y'all.
Sam, where can they find
Cole's
you?
the kind of guy that says fucking Ferrero Rocher is a gourmet chocolate.
God damn. Cole. Talk about it.
That's
You
actually
can
my
find me-
OnlyFans handle, gourmet chocolate.
Yeah, that's right. Chris is on OnlyFans again.
Yeah, gourmet chocolate, Chris.
He's already got like 15,000 followers.
Stop! Tell the people where you are. Cole, fuck.
You can find me on Instagram at Subtrade and Homesick Brews. You can find me on Twitter at I am Cole Duncan. And Zach can find these hands whenever the fuck he wants,
Cole.
wherever the fuck he wants. Come get
Stop.
some.
Stop
Tyler,
it.
my boy, I got you.
Let's just not berate
Chi-town
the
strong.
fans, okay? Let's get along.
Chris, where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me at a mental institution where I'm recovering from this wily banter.
Not from the game, from the banter.
Big banter over
You-
here.
You can find me on the internet at Chris Hampton II, and that covers just about everything.
Zach, what about
So
you?
on Instagram, you can find me at author Zach James. And if you want some musical flavor, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m., you can find me down at the Moss Isley Cantina, where I'm playing the Cantina theme with those four guys with the big eyes. And again, that's promo code See the Sunset to get your Sunsetter retractable awning.
Zach, you're fired.
Oh God! You can find me on the internet at Sanjul. That's SANJUL, Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on YouTube, bit.ly/Sam does a thing. doing a lot of fun videos there.
Your videos are
Doing
fucking
a lot of fun
awesome,
videos
dude.
with these guys here. Me and Chris have to come up with a new video to do because the man was trying to keep us down on the one that we did. So that's something. But
I got some schemes.
Chris has some schemes. I've got some plots.
Schemes and some
Yeah.
dreams.
But yeah, dreams, creams, and steams.
Oh my.
Yeah. As you're listening to this, I think you should have seen the video I did with Cole last week. You will not have seen Zach's yet, but it's going to be a fucking doozy. So yeah.
Your guys' wish
check
video
that
was
out if you so
fantastic,
choose.
by the way.
And you can also find me on PictoChat.Palapa. Hit me up.
Throwing it back. I love it.
Fuck.
Wow.
Well, just bringing it back.
But yeah, aside from that, I'm fucking over it. What do you guys got? Take us out.
So let's say you're in the beautiful city of Chicago.
Oh,
I changed
fuck
my mind.
you.
I'm not saying that anymore. It's just a box, not everybody. Dun, 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 dun.
Fucking Chicago style pizza.
I will find you
Okay, motherfucker.
and
I'm
force
not hard
feed you
to find,
Giordano's
bitch.
Listen, it
from
doesn't
just
matter
a box.
at the end of the day. God damn it. I quit.